Hey guys, it's nappy time in the car. So just came back from shopping. Today is their 18 months mark. I love them so much. So much. They're 18 months. So they made it. It's been the craziest year and a half of my life to be with them and nurse them from little babies to walking, running, little toddlers who know potty now. I mean, we're not persistent with that just yet, because I realized that they go to poo-poo at least more than 2-3 times a day, and so when they become to the point where they go once or twice, I think that's when potty comes in. But they play with it, they know, they're familiar with it, so it's really good. Yesterday we went with them to the beach park, our favorite park, and I mean, I don't know if like I've had videos before from it, like telling you stories about it, and it's the park where my other 3 kiddos grew up in the summers. And so we were there. We took with us a tent and the mat and the wagon. We have a wagon where they sit in, and I pull it. So I was fully equipped. We had something to munch for lunch and in between, and they even took a nap in the tent. So as we went there in the morning, it was before 10, there was nobody, like just some random people like walking. There's this person I always see when I go there in the mornings, making circle, like walking. They walk around circle. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired, and I'll tell you why, but later. So we went there, put the tent up, and the babies were in the wagon. They just enjoyed. They feel familiar with that place already. Lots of grass. Last summer they didn't want to touch the grass with their feet, but now they're totally fine. And as a matter of fact, I forgot to get their shoes, so they didn't have shoes. Just from the stroller, from the car seat straight to the wagon, because that park has also slides and stuff on the other side of the camping area, but like I didn't have shoes for them, so we just hit the beach. And so we put the tent and put the stuff in there, put the mat, and then got them ready for the swimming diaper. So I changed the swimming diaper, and then we went. And so, but like there's this area before, so there's the green grass, and there is some stairs to go down towards the beach where the sun is. But between the stairs and the actual wet sand and beach, there's like this sandy area with like plants. Like it's just really painful to walk on it. It's like really hard plant. So I used my slippers, and I was holding both of them on each side. And then when I put them down on the sand, my baby girl was brave, so she just started like walking on it, and the baby boy's feet don't go back up, down, they just there. So I had to put him down completely and just stomp a little bit around him, and then he got courageous and they started running towards the water. It was so cute. We played of course in shallow water, but it was really fun to see how the tide pulls the water back. And so when we go, it's like almost towards the like the water is very close to the stairs, and then just pulls out. By the time we stay there till 3 o'clock almost. By that time the water was so in the back, so if you want to go, you have to have a really nice walk to there. Anyways, but because we stayed for so long, we got so burnt. You can see me, and this is like me, and this is the yesterday tan. So yeah, it was just really really hot, and it was like this. It was not like hot and sunny. It was just like this cloudy, and you still get tan. And I didn't really cover myself with anything, because even if I do, I still get tan and cannot help it. But like legs here is all like red. Like when it touches, it's so hot right now, even right now. But the babies, they were trained. They didn't get burned like that. I think, yeah, they're much better than me, because they were more in the water. I was like just sitting there with them. But it just feels so good. I love to run on the along the way of the shallow, where the waves touch the sand. I love to run in that area, so I would run for like 20 meters and back. And then my little boy, he's cool, he's really chill. Like as long as he sees mommy, he's fine. But my little girl, she always started crying, so I just stopped and just sat down with them and looked for seashells and little hermits and crabs that are there, and just so cute. They were so cute, and they're really cute. They love nature, and they love the ocean. And they went at some point a little bit more inside the water, so I was like, let's see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be there if something happens. But it was so funny because my baby boy was like brave enough to go in the water, and one of the waves splashed him, like, you know, in his mouth, so he got like shocked and he started like reaching out for mommy. So I was like, don't be scared. I picked him up and I was like, don't be scared, don't worry, just let's go to the shallow water. And so they did. They found a stick. I'm pretty sure somebody was throwing sticks at their dogs, because dogs go there too. So there was a stick, you guys, and it was really wet, and it was right there, washed away from the waves. So the baby boy got it, and he, soon enough, I knew he's gonna do that, but soon enough he put it in his mouth, and he was like trying to chop him. Like it was pretty big stick, and long too, and wet, and like, you know, when it's wet and like slimy kind of, and it was full of sand. Like inside was like, oh, he's up when he said, oh, so Casey, I love you, man. He's not quite sure if he should be opening his eyes or not. But anyway, so they played with the stick. So I tried to throw it. So I threw it. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, excuse me. So I threw it more in the water, and so he went to get it. So we went together and he got it. And then another time I threw it, like my baby girl, she went with me and we found it. And then ultimately I was really like, you guys have to leave that stick alone, you're not puppies. So I just threw it really far away, and we played with sand. We dug in the wet sand, we made piles. I wouldn't say sand castle, because it's not really castle, it's just a pile of sand. And you know how you keep putting up, and then on the bottom how it just gets down, and then it chops off, slides down towards the water. So it's really funny. But they kept doing that, and we cover our legs with the muddy, not muddy, but like the wet sand, and then the water washes it away, and they just loved it. It was great. And then we ate something, and then I think we went one more time again afterwards, and then they were really tired afterwards and changed their diaper again. And my baby girl, because she didn't have the comforter, the blanket, I had to hold her, and she was holding to me as if I am the tree and she's the koala bear. Seriously, she was just holding on with her hands, like holding, and then the hands relaxed as she started falling asleep and losing consciousness. And then I put her down. But before that, it was just like holding so tight. And so I observed the people that were coming, because it was just us, so it was really kind of like a private, really nice day out with them. And I noticed that at some point there was this dude that his car, I parked and the car was there, and he was in his car for a while, just like with the road windows down and the engine off, and just lying down, like his seat was like way down, and so just relaxing. and then came out when we were all sat down and we were in the water. And he went, there was like a dock with rocks and just a really nice man-made dock, and so you can go inward the water and you can look at the sunsets and sunrise and whatever. It's really nice. So, and then there's another grandpa that passed a few times because he walks around, I guess. And then came two ladies. They look like young ladies and taking pictures with each other, and the phones were out. Then two older ladies, kind of like, not older, but like, not young, like 20s, but like maybe my age, kind of like 40. They came, and one was with an umbrella. I forgot that they cover themselves a lot here, and they have like those kind of like summer long gloves that go all the way to here where the shirt stops. That's where the glove goes all the way, and then they use that to cover their skin from the sunshine. And there I was, see. Anyway, so they were with hats and umbrellas, and they were enthusiastic and talking about something, I don't know. And then there came those four young ladies with a bunch of kiddos. They brought their strollers all the way towards the beach, so I don't know how they had to walk those stairs down with the strollers. The four of them held it like a wagon, and I noticed there was like a small newborn probably, or a small, very small, a few months baby that wasn't a carrier, and the others were like running around. So they came and they went to the water, and then they went to the grass area, and then they took pictures. But at that time my babies were already asleep. Other than that, there was, after they woke up, we made a circle with the wagon around, and there were a few grandmas that came. I guess one of them had a birthday. It was really cute because they had a bottle of juice, a small bottle, and then they had small cups, like really small cups, paper cups, and then they said kanpai, which means cheers, and then she was saying arigato, arigato, thank you. It was really cute. So they went there and then celebrated on the beach. And then by the time I made my circle with the wagon and the babies, they were gone. But because they were close to where the tent was. The tent is, I usually put it close to, we settled down close to where there's like a little sink area where you can, it's like you push the button and water comes, so you can wash out the beach from your body. And so they have like a big kind of like covered up benched area where you can barbecue or eat, picnic or whatever. And so the grandmas were there near the tent. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really notice, like I noticed that when ladies come, they come by two at least, and or more, and guys tend to be more like on their own. A guy can be on their own. I only saw one lady that was on her own, but she was staring at her phone all the time. I guess she was counting the steps. They have those apps where you can count how many steps you make and how much walking you do, because when the screen goes dark, she touches it again and she just like stares at the screen really hard. So that was really strange to me. But I don't know, I observed the people, and the reason I observed is because I noticed the general rule is like ladies go together and they're friends and they go together, and there is just me and there is me that I don't go there by myself, obviously, but I go with my babies, and then before that I go with my 3 other babies when they were smaller. And I've been there with a friend and my 3 babies and the dog, but that's a different story. It started sprinkling outside and I have to go save those rags, okay guys? So I'm gonna go now, but I'll talk to you later. Happy 18 months to my sweet hearts.